It's still loading into the game, but I just noticed it says 2016. Did this game really start in 2016? Is it 10 years old? That seems crazy to me. It's good to see the Gek so invested in the success of our home. Huh? 9 items learned. Okay. I don't understand what the point of the numbers is. Or, I guess you can only have one of each type, because I see that I can't make this, even though I have the materials for it. So that's interesting. Girl. Things are going well, but it will not be long before violence follows us here. The weapons terminal. Microprocessor. Yeah. If they just need one, then... Okay, edgy. So I guess the Vy'keen don't like the Sentinels? So I think the Sentinels are connected to the Atlas, which the Korvax follow, and I guess the Vy'keen hate, and the Gek are neutral towards? I have not really built any weapons, actually. Sure. So, there have been a lot of hints that, of time travel or time looping or something. So, obviously there's all this stuff with them being like, oh, I know you in the future. Or, we should already know each other. Okay, thanks. That's really great. That was really helpful. I guess they want me to have to craft more. Part of the quest is actually crafting it. Weapons terminal. Oh, Pugnium I don't have. Research station tailored to the needs of armorers. Oh, so it's another guy. Equipped for the development of munitions and explosives, as well as selected civilian tech. That... okay. Seems a little disturbing. Huh, okay. Oh. I'll do that later, though. I have a lot of secondary missions right now, so I have 2 pages of them. Can I not get rid of this? Okay, what would be the fastest of these to finish? So this one was in a different system, but it hopefully would be a one-off. This one I think it was near being done, the base computer archives. And this one would be a one-off. This might be a one-off, I'm not sure. Okay, so I can do this right now, so let's go ahead and do that. So then I should just be able to go to the base computer. I don't actually understand exactly how the passkey thing works. I just kind of select a random one until eventually it works. I don't know if it's just totally random. Oh, okay. Maybe one of the 3 will be the correct passkey, and so you just have to keep trying. Okay, so every time you do part of this mission, you get a little bit of a log, and then you get a blueprint. And then you make the blueprint, and it gives you a little bit more of the logs. So 82% done. So let's read the log. Thought I had hours too, but the daylight is already fading. The sun is slipping. Light barely penetrates the thick rings looping endless around this. I need to hurry. So someone's on a planet. I think this might be Artemis, but I'm a little... This is I don't quite remember how I started this mission. If this is Artemis or if this is supposed to be me before I lost memory or something. Okay, so let's grab the blueprint. Romer Geobay. Okay. An underground secure parking facility for the Romer medium exocraft. But I don't even have an exocraft. Beginning defragmentation of next segment. I kind of don't like that they're just guys here all the time now. I feel like I need to move them a little further away. Like, give them their own setup, maybe. Okay, can I just move these, please? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stick you here-ish. I'm gonna build them their own little workshop. Hi, guy. You seem to be having a... Oh, you figured it out. Good job. Yeah. I'm gonna get more of the alloy structures. I do like the look of those. Okay, so we're gonna have a door. I can have a thin wall. Floor panel. Oh, right. I don't have a floor anywhere. I only have 3 salvage data. So when you're... One of the things you can dig up is salvage data. Okay, door. Roof. Window. I do want a roof for them, so I guess I'll do that. Okay, one more thing. Okay, that seems good for now. I kind of wanted to build a window there, but I'm going to just do this for now. There we go. It's also not, like, super flat in here, even. Let me try flatten. That's a little better. I wish it would also flatten up. Like, so it'll, basically it, like, cuts off the top, right? Which is good. Stop sliding. Which is good, but, like, this dip here, it won't help, it won't, like, lift up the earth to meet that. So what we'd have to do is create, and then you'd have to take the flatten tool and, like, go over here. And it's just, like, you know, it's just one more step. It's a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so you see that's an odd gap, but I can't be bothered right now to fix it. Okay, what am I doing now? Okay, construct the Romer Geobay. That was right. And I need to do that. I need metal plating, which I can make easy. Okay. And then I just need paraffinium. So I did see a paraffinium deposit earlier, I remember. Alright, there works. Alright, I keep forgetting that I can pin things. Oh, so here's a plant that I can eat. So since they each restores 5% power, since that's like the only thing they're useful for besides selling, I prefer to use those rather than resources. Okay. That's interesting. You can see my base on the other planet. There's anything there. So I'm just gonna say that's done. And head back to base. I don't know why it's so dim in here. Maybe just because I don't have... I don't know. Base building is something that can so easily just eat up tons of time. Can I get rid of this now? Delete. Okay. So I don't actually need an appearance modifier. Oh! Okay, this is big. This is much bigger than I realized it would be. I guess that's fine. Oh! It builds the craft, too. Okay, well if it's... this is useful. Here, especially on such a hilly place. gonna not mess with that right now, but it's probably gonna be useful on a different planet. Okay, almost done. Time has come to move on. Something is calling me akin on my starship communicator. Plotting route to the center. Log lost. There we go. This is what I've been wanting, is the landing pad. Okay. Ion battery. I think I have a couple of those. Metal plating. I have, but it's just not in my inventory. Hi! Hello! Ooh, I just realized. So my ship was spawning here, whenever... So maybe, okay, hopefully by putting in a landing pad, it will not try to clip the ship into the building. Okay, so time to craft terrain. It's just kind of finicky. It's really easy to end up with like these holes. You just missed a spot. And it looks a little unnatural. Thankfully, it doesn't use any resources, actually. It just uses, like, power. Which, I mean, technically uses resources indirectly, but, you know. Okay. Is this a big enough space? I doubt it. So I don't think it'll let me check, even. Yeah, this is a big boy. This is a big boy. It, like, doesn't go the way you want, because it, like, locks to an axis. And then... So it can't just be like, oh, do a big circle here, right? It wants to lock to the axis. And I can rotate what the axis is locked to, but that's not really what I want to do. Okay, let's try flattening again and see where we're at. Let me... Oh, okay. Top. I think that actually might make things a little easier. See what I'm working with. Huh. Yeah, especially because it won't let me rotate it to the degree that I want. So this is where I want to put it. It kind of was like, okay, this is right. Let me see. I think it is going to end up overlapping with where that thing is. So I'm probably going to have to move this first. This thing I don't really want here. I'll put it under there. Oh! Kind of cut out the hillside there. Didn't realize that would happen. Alright, let's try driving. Boy, it really just destroys everything. Let's go ahead and make some parts. Okay. It's the first time I've been low on metal in a while. It's pretty easy to get iron, though, because like pretty much all of the minerals, their primary component is ferrite dust. It's interesting to me that they call it ferrite dust, by the way, rather than just iron. If you didn't know, those are basically the same thing. I mean, is there a difference? It seems like basically ferrite just implies that it's dust. So actually saying ferrite dust is kind of redundant, but whatever, no worries. Okay, what next? So now I just need the 2 microprocessors. Microprocessors, what do they take? I might see if I can go buy some, honestly. Because I have a lot of money, and I don't have a lot of chromatic metal. Previous system, current system. Yeah, it's too bad, like, because someone already discovered it, but didn't bother to name it, it just gets stuck with the boring name, or the auto-generated name. I wish that, like, if you didn't bother to name it, you could still get credit for discovering it first, but someone else could still name it, because technically you haven't, if you're just using the auto-generated name. But, whatever. So I needed a what? 2? I'll buy like 3. Anything I'd want to sell? I could sell some of these, since demand's up. I don't exactly know, like, at what point is it considered, like, worth, like, oh, it's up 5%, that's a lot, or if that's nothing, comparatively speaking. So, like, if I just do... Okay, so can I build this yet? Yeah. So, oh! It was gonna let me build there. Don't build under my base. That's not what I want. But earlier, it looked like it was snapping. Maybe that was just an illusion, though. Like here. This is what I want. Cannot build object too close. I don't know. Like, it'd be so easy to stick it down here, right? Like, but because I'm trying to do this... I wonder... Maybe I should do it, like, a level down, so, like, kind of on its own platform. Maybe that would be better. Here, I'm gonna try... let's start slow. Remember, it's easy to flatten a little bit. I don't know, though. Do I like it like this? Like, this is base space I could use. Like, maybe, I just don't know. Maybe I'd just be better off, like, putting it... Maybe I'll just put it... Like, do you see what I mean? If I kind of, like, put it... Why is it up? Oh, interesting. It, like, wants to be connected to my base. Oh, colors. What? Concrete, rust, stone, wood. That's kind of cool. Okay, but if it's gonna attach like this, I probably need to turn this into like an archway or something. Now I want to start kind of smoothing this out a bit, so it's not just so sudden. I wish there was like a slope tool. I just feel like there should be a way to create like a diagonal. So I know you can do cubes, but cubes is even worse, right? Like if I'm trying to make something that looks natural, cube is even further from being what I want. But okay. Yeah, so let's look at this in the day. I think it's a pretty nice color. Okay. So I'm gonna show... Okay. So now that I have this set up, I'm gonna look at it from afar since I'm out here anyway. The one thing I will say is you can't hover like in your spaceship. You have to go, like at minimum I've seen is like 20, 18, that sometimes can slow you down a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Yeah, now that I get close, I can just auto-land, which is a lot nicer than before. Just wanted to check. So I have a stone arch door. What is that? I kind of want even, like... I want... Let's see, so for the stone structures, there's like a doorway, and there's a stone arch, so I think that's what I want, but I only have a 0, actually. So I should probably go look for that in a second. Right now, I can do this, since I've built the launch pad. I think this should be the end of this mission. Archive for user, iteration lost unavailable. Possible remote terminus backup available. Download coordinates. It's an off-world archive. So locate the archive on the galaxy map means it's not even in our planetary system, right? Ah! I didn't need to do that. I should build a floor at some point. So what do I want to do first? Do I want to finish this mission, or do I want to get more data? So let me check on the other mission for... Oh, they're ready. Huh. Unknown life form. So they got reset, I guess? Structural analysis. An observatory. I've found observatories before. The Korvax appears to have no memory of our previous encounters. I do not know if they feel reconnected with the convergence, or if they simply do not recall what they should feel like. Huh. Should visit an observatory for them and see if the structural analysis they claim to enjoy will prompt a memory. Either way, okay, I guess I'll go to the observatory, and then I can see if I can search for that, what's it called? Something like the scavenge data, something like that. So there's this, and there's this. So because there's a building here, it's a good chance that that's actually what this marker is pointing to, because it's approximate. And here we go. Anything nearby? Copper deposit, knowledge stone. Oh yeah, buried technology module. That's sort of close. 300. Oh, that's better. Let me go get that first before I forget what I'm doing again. And tag it. Oh, that's not very buried. Anything that's like under 200 I consider very close. Anything that's like at 300 or less, it's like pretty close. Like if it's a rarish resource, I might go after it. Anything more than like 500 should be like, I'd just rather get into my ship and fly over. But yeah, nothing else seems to be... Oh! That's right there. Probably went back a little. There we go. Alright, so I've got 5 salvage data now. So that might be enough for what I want to get. Let's go inside. Alright. Let's go ahead and talk. Critter eyes the facility exit wistfully, catching a glimpse of the lush landscape beyond its walls. They look as if they've been stuck in here for a while. Despair, Gick, Trader, Suit Power, Give? Oh, okay. Yeah, both of these are, like, things that you can power stuff with. But I don't know what specifically they're trying to power. I think sodium, because that's what you use to repair your shields. Okay, cool. So that was what they wanted. Nice. Oh yeah, so you do have standing with the different species, and also the different, there's like a merchant faction, a combat faction, but I haven't like memorized it all yet. Okay. Data siphon installed. The observatory appears to have been calibrated for a single purpose, to locate the interfaces of a being the Korvax called the Atlas. I've already been to 2 of those. After many years, the inhabitant of this facility succeeded in their quest, disappearing without a trace. That's where it came in from. I'm just curious. Are these just all other exits outside? Oh no, locked door. Interesting. I have an Atlas Pass level 1, which is just something you can craft. Yeah, Atlas Pass V1. But I don't have the V2 available yet. Yeah, I haven't looked into, like, creature... What do you call it? Domestication, I guess? Haven't... Again, there's just, like, a lot to do. It doesn't really appeal to me at this moment. Nothing in here. Trying to be good about camera management. Sometimes I don't think about it when I'm too focused. You know, here's actually a controversial take. I always feel like the recommendation is to move your camera slowly, which is true. Like, if you shake it all around, it's going to be a bad time. But if you're just trying to do a quick 180, I actually feel like it's better to be like that than do a really slow pan. I don't know why, but it's almost like once you're moving fast enough, the length of time that the screen is moving matters more than how fast the screen is moving. Okay. So now I can... It's probably going to destroy my light, too. I should just, like, alter what I already have. But yeah, I don't think I can. I think I have to... That's kind of cool. Okay, but I definitely don't want... Oh, okay, it's under decorations. So that took me a second. Lighting, connect to the battery, to here, and connect to the battery. Okay, cool. I feel like I should go next to this thing, maybe even. This is pretty cool. I mean, the nice thing about, like, really big structures is they just feel impressive. Yeah, I would love to be able to move some of the plants, because I've accidentally, like, killed kind of a lot just moving the base around and stuff. Wait, well, actually, let me mess with the colors of this, because if I can do orange and teal, so it starts with white and orange. Orange and teal, or no, sorry, gray and red. Orange and teal. Orange and teal is kind of pretty. Blue and orange. Blue and orange is nice. Green and gray looks nice. Yellow and purple. I wish I could switch that. Purple and white. Purple and white's not bad. Red and gray. Like, I actually would like yellow stripes on the purple. Maybe I'll just do green and gray for now. Can I change this? Oh, I can change the portal colors. Purple and blue. Like lilac and purple. I like purple. Teal is pretty cool for a portal, though. I think I'll do blue and red. Maybe I'll do this for now. So this is a, okay, so the way power works in this, so I have a biofuel reactor, which basically burns carbon. And then I also have a solar panel, which doesn't generate electricity at night, but it's connected to a battery, so the battery can power things during the day. I mean, sorry, yeah, during the night. Meanwhile, the biofuel reactor works whenever, but eventually you have to refill it. And it lasts for a pretty long time. But still, right? In fact, let me throw something in there right now. But what are we doing mission-wise? Yeah, I'll do that right now. Okay, so last time we were speculating whether or not they'd been reconnected. It seems like no, but they just don't remember they're supposed to be, which is pretty sad. Living glass and a beacon. Okay. Oh, I have a save beacon already, don't I? Oh no, they do know the convergence of this. I don't understand. Huh. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to start clearing up some of these side quests, because I've got 10 of them. Literally 10. And... okay. Oh, right, so I have to do that. So let me go ahead and do that. Look at the archive. So the other slightly annoying thing is you can't even look at the map while you're not in space. But let's head out. Okay, X, galaxy map. Okay, so it's a little like, this is kind of a hard thing to navigate sometimes, but okay. This is... you've got the main mission on it, but what I want is... current mission. Okay. Have I been here before? Because if I've been here before, I could just teleport. But I don't know if I have. Where's somewhere else I know? Okay, I think I've been here. Okay, it says visited, if I visited. Okay. Oh, someone's trying to contact me. Okay, so they're trying to trade, but there's something dangerous and they need help. Great distress, set of coordinates. And it's on a nearby planet. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to hear, but I think I'm just gonna go to the space station. Because it kind of lets you... it registers the portal, and I don't know, it just feels like a good place to stop. Finding a black hole would be interesting. Space station teleporting used to return to local space. Interesting. So I think this like teleports you to a random place based on what this says. But I don't really want to do that yet. I want to do this soon. In fact, maybe I should do that right now. This is the problem with like the teleportation system, right? Is like I can see the galaxy map when I'm in space, and I can see the portal options when I'm here, but like it's not an easy way to connect them. Let me pull up the galaxy map. Distance between stars matters. So I'm currently here, right? In Zabiebe. That's the system. But, so I want to go here. And I'm like, oh, actually it is warpable. But sometimes, so like, okay, let's just pick a different star way over here. So it literally says out of jump range, which means I'd have to string several jumps, and I think that uses more fuel. So yeah. Current mission wants me to go here. So, here we go. I was also spending some time looking at mods, which I might mess around with later. I do like to play a vanilla version of the game for a while before I mess with it, because I don't want to not know what's changed. And also just like, you know, I want to appreciate things as they're meant to be experienced. And then later, like, try mixing things up. There's also like, so at the very center bottom of the screen, there's kind of like a radar chart, but I don't quite understand what the colors and stuff mean. So there's purple here. I don't know what that means, though. Okay, I'm gonna assume it has to be erupting, because I'm supposed to get a picture of a volcanic. That's irradiated. That's the Frost Planet, and okay. It was interesting. So yeah, I was looking at mods. One of the things that a lot of people seem to be annoyed at was the warp animations. There were mods for like changing like the color of icons. There's mods. There's a lot of older mods, like from when the game first came out, that like tried to improve the planet generation. But I think that a lot of those broke. Also, like the planet generation got better. So yeah, I don't know. I'll poke around with the mods. We'll see how hard they are to install. Also, because every game is a little bit different. Is there a launch pad here? I don't see one, so we're just gonna have to land. Whoa. Red glowy things. That's really cool. Kind of reminds me of like almost like a dusk stone from like Pokemon, but red instead of purple on the inside. So part of the reason why it's useful to scan, by the way, aside from the fun of getting to name things, is that when you name things, or when you just upload them even without like changing the default name, you get nanites. Let me just show that really quick. Okay, did a quick Google of some different kinds of synonyms for dusk. I think I'm gonna go with Murkstone. And this is yeah, it's a mineral. I often don't bother naming the minerals because they're just whatever. So like for this one, I can just hit upload, which is with F. And then I get 3 nanite clusters. So it's not a lot, but you have a lot fewer nanites than you do units. So like 3 is, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the rewards should be a little higher because clearly people aren't like scanning things. Kind of like ore shaped, so there. So yeah, that's just kind of how that works. Wow, that is a big mineral. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's a mineral and what's a plant, because plants can look like minerals and vice versa. Pure ferrite and dihydrogen. I don't know, it isn't for the mission, obviously it has no sense of what's a good photo, but like, this is the thing with games. Like, you can add whatever you want to it. Like, if you want to roleplay that you're taking a really good photo, why not, right? You just get out what you put into things, you know? Interesting. Of course, it's also fair to just be like, I'm gonna take a quick photo and then be done with it. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, but you can see now, like, my top bar, my shield is, like, going up, or down, rather. Because this planet is so hot, it's, like, draining the shields. If you go inside a place like this... Oh, okay, this is actually, like, on. So, like, some structures, like, protect you so that it stops going down, and some actually, like, let your shields recover. So yeah, I'm gonna be in this place for just a little bit, because I've never been to a volcanic area that seems to have, like, different resources. It's too bad the glowy Murkstones are very cool looking, but they only have... Oh boy. That did alarm me for a sec. So I just fell right into that hole. Thankfully, I was already using my jetpack. Okay, let's see. Anything in here to scan? Oh, yep. There's some stalactites, yep. It's kind of funny that we have a different word for each of those, stalactite versus stalagmite. Because if you think about it, they're basically the same thing. And so generally, like, this is one thing I figured out, is like, if you want to scan everything that's on a planet, you need to... Oh boy, wall of flames. Maybe I should wait that out here then. So I think caves will protect you. Yeah, but I was gonna say, if you want to, like, scan everything, I've only done it a little bit on a planet that didn't have very much stuff. But you have to, like, check in caves, and you have to check underwater. And also sometimes underground, just not in caves exactly, but, like, there'll be creatures in the ground. Yeah, I don't know. How long do I need to wait for Wall of Flame to end? I'm not sure. The main planet that I've been spending most of my time on, like, that I have my base on, I'm kind of surprised I haven't discovered everything yet. Just to look at that briefly. So, let's see, that's on the... Oh wait, okay, here we go. I need to just look for the base symbol. Okay. So 11 out of 14. It's interesting, they show you the number of animals, but nothing else. Like, how many total there will be. So I'm missing 3. I don't know if the Wall of Flames are done yet, but I'm just gonna go and take a look. Oh, nope, that's still happening. Alright, we're gonna chill in here for a little minute. Let's go see if I'm allowed to move yet. I mean, I probably can make it back to my ship. Oh yeah, it does seem like it's done. And there's my ship. What do you know? I want to find a planet that has a lot of oxygen, because I feel like that's the thing I tend to go through the most. Because it doesn't recover like the way your shields do, like your hazard shields. Oh, actually, I did kind of want to see what the heck a hexagonal planet is. So I might just like go and land there real quick. And I'm gonna jump past the space station doing that. Pulse engine fuel getting a little low, but not too bad still. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. It is just like hexagon texture. Okay. Now that's really interesting. Huh. Spooky. Kind of reminds me of in Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind. I think they're the Ohm, the like big creatures that kind of look like pillbugs. Low atmosphere detected. And fauna from elsewhere. That was a very interesting... Indetectable burning. Resources occasional. Fauna from elsewhere. Flora lost. And sentinels require orthodoxy. I don't quite know what that means, but it's interesting. Oh yeah, but at the end of Nausicaa, there's a... They kind of reach out with like these yellow tendrils that look like that. So these seem to be like organic or other special resources. The like gold things, but I don't quite know what the significances of them are. One of them I think I found, and I picked it up, and the sentinels got mad like instantly, so don't necessarily want to do that. Oh, but I get a little reward for having registered all the animals, even though there's only one. I wish there was a way to just see all of the stuff that I've yet to name. Like, all the stuff that I've discovered but haven't named yet. Sometimes I kind of go based on the auto-generated name, just as like a starting point. Sometimes I go based on the notes. Stump, that's the word. It kind of looks like a stump. Oh my gosh, that really bounces. Whoa. Okay. It's funny how, like, a lot of these exploration games, I feel like have a sort of semi-intentional horror element. So like, a lot of people have talked about how, like, with Minecraft, for instance, like, when you're exploring alone, it can feel very scary, partially because of, like, the sound design, And I feel like a lot of other games have taken their cue from that. So again, like Subnautica is kind of like that. Why not? So then, one of the things I'm not sure about is time passing. So like when I'm in that menu, I don't actually know if time is passing because I feel like normally it would be daylight by now. Like that amount of time. The day-night cycle is pretty fast. Okay, I wonder if going around the planet will actually make the sunrise faster. Like heading towards the east. I don't know how realistic it is. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna just go ahead and see. Oh, there's just another guy. Well, sorry about that. It's just another factory, which is really nice to me.
Oh, I took a test, got nothing wrong. They said good job, you know it. All I didn't guess, I didn't stall. I did the work, I know it.
Alright, I think I'm about out of patience. It just was out of my own curiosity wanting to see what it looked like in the daylight. Alright. This should just get checked off the list.